Hi, my name's Jimmy, and I always introduce myself with just my first name because everybody should know I'm like the Jimmy. And I'm in Professor Urich's people skills class, and he always tells us how to get a job and stuff. So he told me I should interview for this supply chain thing, and I think I'm really qualified for it, and I'm going to crush this interview.
Hi, Jimmy. Come on in. Good to see you. Welcome to Gerstenschlager.
What's up? Sorry.
Yeah, have a seat.
What was your name again?
I'm Kyle. Good to see you. I appreciate you coming in today.
What exactly is the name of your company? I forgot.
Gerstenschlager. Gerstenschlager Enterprises.
Oh, yeah,
It was on the job announcement. I'm sure you've looked at it.
Oh, yeah, I looked at it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, good. Let's jump right in. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Jimmy.
Well, what do you want to know?
Why don't you decide? Just tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm from Flower Mound, Texas.
Okay.
And my favorite color is blue, and I like pizza, and I really like college. It's fun. That's
Okay.
about it.
Pizza. Let's jump right into the questions, Jimmy. Tell me about a time when you worked with someone who was difficult to get along with. What'd you do?
Well, really, the only time I have to work with people is in Professor Urich's people skills class, and we get put in these groups of 6, and there's always like at least 2 people who are a jerk. And the question is, how do you manage the problem? What was the question again?
Working with difficult people.
Oh yeah, so the jerks. So what you do is you try to get friends with the other 3 people, and then we try to make the jerks do what we want, because the jerks don't want to meet when we want to meet with them. But if the 4 of us get together, then they have to. So what I do is I charm the other people, so the jerks have to do what we want.
Okay.
It's a pretty good strategy.
The jerk strategy. Okay.
Yeah, jerk management, I'd call it.
Okay, fair enough. How about the next question?
What?
Give me an example when you were unable to follow through on a commitment. How did you respond to that?
Well, sometimes these group projects, there's 6 group projects in one semester. It's a lot of work. And sometimes, I got a lot of stuff going on.
College is hard.
It is hard. It's busy, and I barely get my work done. So one time I didn't get my work done, and I told the other people, could you help me? And I used my people skills to convince them that they should do my work for me. And I thought that, I learned that in class, that people skills about getting other people to do stuff. So that's what I did.
So delegating, I guess, is...
Yeah, delegating's a better word. Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
That's one word.
I delegated, and I delegated at the last minute, so it was even harder to get them to do it.
Ah, yeah. Well, so you apparently do have some people management skills.
Absolutely. People like to do what I tell them to do.
Yeah, I can tell. Recall for me a time when you made a mistake while working with others and had to make that right.
Well, I almost never make mistakes, so that's hard to think of. I can't think of any time I've ever really made a mistake. Goodness, I didn't know you were going to ask that question. No, I would put down. I've never made a mistake in class. I've made some late at night. I've made some mistakes, but never in class.
Okay, I'm not sure we want to go there. Let's. Why don't we keep moving? Tell me about a time when you asked someone to give you feedback.
What do you mean by feedback?
Well, you're just looking for their opinion, their response to something you did. Could have been an assignment. Could have been.
I got it. In these projects in Urich's class, he makes us give feedback to the other student.
Oh, there you
so
go.
we don't even have to get it. And you get feedback from the other 5 people in your group. And I don't think it works really well, because when I read the feedback, like one person says I was fine, the next person says I'm not fine, the next person says I talked too much, the next person said I didn't talk very much. So it's just kind of like random stuff. So I'm not, I think everybody should just be themselves. Shouldn't worry too much about feedback.
Okay, so not really helpful for me.
No, certainly was not helpful. I don't even know why we have to do it.
Tell me, Jimmy, how you keep yourself current on business practices and trends.
Well, I take notes in class, so I listen to what the professors say, and I write it down.
The opinionated guy.
Well, no, I don't listen to him. I listen to the other professors. Yeah, I'm going to be really ambitious when I get out into the real world.
Well, ambition is good.
Confident person.
Yeah. I can tell you have some confidence. Okay, Jimmy, I think we can go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for coming in. You don't have any questions, do you?
Yeah, I do have some questions, because when I was preparing, there's 3 things that are key for me when I picked the company I'm going to work for and I wanted to ask you about it, here's the 3 things I'm interested in. How much vacation time do I get?
We can talk about that if we get to the compensation.
Two is what do I have to wear to work? Because I don't like dressing up. I like these. A lot of companies have gone to casual environment. Like at Google, they wear T-shirts and flip-flops. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this ain't Google.
And then the last one is, of course, the most important one. How much do I get paid?
I'm not sure you have to worry about that.
Okay, great.
Jimmy, we've come to the end of the questions. I appreciate your time today. We'll certainly be in touch with the results. Again, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Yep, good to see you. Should have stayed in septic tank sales.